Canned tuna. You've probably got a can sitting in your kitchen right now. It's affordable, high in protein, and easy to store, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth no one talks about. Canned tuna might be quietly damaging your health, especially after age 50. Yes, it has some great benefits, but the risks, they're not just rumors, they're backed by real science. So today, we're revealing the full truth. What canned tuna really does to your heart, joints, and brain. Why mercury is just the beginning of the problem, and the one type of tuna that's shockingly unsafe for seniors. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which tuna is safe, which to toss, and how to protect your health without giving up your favorite foods. Let's start with the good stuff. Canned tuna is rich in lean protein. A single can packs around 20 to 30 grams of protein, which is crucial for preserving muscle mass as we age. And unlike red meat, it's low in saturated fat. That's a win for your heart. Tuna is also loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. These support brain function and reduce inflammation in joints. Vitamin D, which helps with calcium absorption and bone strength. Selenium, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells. On paper, canned tuna looks like a perfect superfood for anyone over 50. But that's only half the story. Let's talk about what most labels don't tell you. 1. Mercury poisoning, the silent brain killer. Mercury is a toxic metal that builds up in large fish, and tuna is one of the worst. Mercury attacks your nervous system. Over time, it can lead to brain fog, memory issues, mood swings, tingling or numbness, even tremors or speech problems. Seniors are more vulnerable to these effects, especially those with declining kidney function, which filters toxins from the body. And here's the scary part. Mercury doesn't leave your body quickly. It accumulates. If you eat canned tuna every day or even a few times a week, that mercury adds up, especially if you're also eating other seafood like swordfish or mackerel. 2. Inflammation and joint pain. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, but that benefit disappears if the tuna is packed in cheap vegetable oil. Many canned tuna brands use soybean oil or cottonseed oil. These are inflammatory processed oils that cancel out the good effects of the fish. Instead of helping your joints, you might be adding more pain, swelling, and stiffness to your daily life without realizing it. 3. Sodium bombs in disguise. Canned tuna can contain up to 400 to 500 milligrams of sodium per serving, especially if it's seasoned or flavored. That's nearly a quarter of your recommended daily limit, in just one small can. If you're over 50 and managing high blood pressure, heart disease, water retention, or kidney issues, that's a real problem. Sodium makes your heart work harder, raises blood pressure, and increases fluid buildup. Not all tuna is created equal. Let's break it down. 1. Albacore, also called white tuna. This is the most dangerous option. Why? Because albacore is a large tuna species, and large fish mean more mercury. Even the FDA warns that adults should limit albacore tuna to just 1 serving per week, and even less if you're pregnant or have kidney issues. Seniors, you should be especially cautious. 2. Skipjack, also known as chunk light tuna. This is a smaller fish, and therefore lower in mercury. If you eat tuna, this is the safer choice. Still, limit yourself to 2 or 3 servings a week. Look for labels that say, chunk light tuna, skipjack, or low mercury. 3. Yellowfin tuna. This one is somewhere in the middle. It has more mercury than skipjack, but less than albacore. Still, it's not ideal for frequent consumption. Bonus tip: mercury-free brands. Some brands are now lab testing their tuna for mercury and labeling it as safe catch or low mercury certified. These are worth paying extra for, especially if you eat tuna regularly. So, how do you know if canned tuna might be hurting you? Well, look out for these early warning signs of mercury buildup: sudden fatigue or low energy, numbness or tingling in your hands or feet, anxiety or unexplained irritability, trouble concentrating or memory lapses, and even a metallic taste in your mouth. If you've been eating tuna multiple times a week and notice these symptoms, especially after age 50, talk to your doctor and ask about heavy metal toxicity. And if you're already managing chronic kidney disease, autoimmune conditions, osteoarthritis, high blood pressure, or heart failure, then you should limit canned tuna even further. Or, consider removing it altogether. You don't need to give up fish. But here's how to do it smarter. Choose wild-caught, low-mercury fish, like sardines, ironically, anchovies, wild-caught salmon, and small types of mackerel like Atlantic. These are all rich in omega-3s without the mercury risk. If you must eat tuna, choose skipjack or chunk light, and only eat it 1 to 2 times per week. Look for olive oil-packed or water-packed options, not soybean oil. Avoid flavored or seasoned varieties. They're full of added sodium and preservatives. One of the biggest myths: tuna is safe as long as you're not pregnant. Wrong. Mercury affects the brain at any age, and if you're over 50, your natural detox systems are slower, especially if you have reduced liver or kidney function. Another myth: light tuna means it's lower in calories. Nope, it's actually a reference to the species, and chunk light, which is skipjack, is the safer choice, while albacore or white tuna is the most toxic. So, is canned tuna healthy or toxic? The truth is, it depends. Canned tuna can absolutely be part of a healthy diet if you're choosing the right type and eating it in moderation. But if you're eating it daily, relying on it for protein, or choosing high mercury varieties packed in cheap oils, you could be putting your brain, joints, and heart at serious risk. The sad part? Most people think tuna is safe just because it's common and cheap. But now, you know better. And that knowledge, it could save your health. So the next time you open a can, ask yourself, is this nourishing me or quietly hurting me? Have you been eating canned tuna regularly? Drop a comment below and tell us how often and whether you've noticed any changes in how you feel. If you found this helpful, hit the like button to help others discover it too. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more eye-opening food videos coming up that every person over 50 needs to see. See you in the next one.